asked in a forum of different professors and architects in a get together, what do we do different in Bangalore School of Design? So I told them we are doing things different. It's not the typical design subject which is actually being taught across all different schools. We do teach design, but what we teach is aspirational design. So design is being taught. I mean, so how did we come about this thing called aspirational design? Is basically we looked at different design schools and the type of topics being given to them and how they are taught. So the first question which hit me was, is it inspirational to the students? Do they get inspired by what is being taught to them? Do they really get that depth knowledge what is being given to them, or is it a very systemized system of teaching? So that was something which we, the professors at Bangalore School of Design, sat across and we really looked at it and said, let's not do this. I mean, let's not do that system of teaching because it is definitely not going to the students, and they're churning out like robots, which we said, let's not do that. So we said, let's look at something different, and that's when we came about with this aspirational design. So basically, what we did is we sat and then fixed up 4 pointers. So you can call it the 4 rules or the 4 points or the 4 commandments for how we at Bangalore School of Design teach. So they're the 4 points which actually then imbibe the whole design teaching process to the students. The first point what we went about teaching is, we said to teach, do not follow the rules. The first thing we told them is that do not get structured in your design programs. Do not get structured the way you actually go about your design. So basically, you do things at with certain rules. You get up, you do this, you get up and you move this. So there are certain set rules which also is followed in design. So what we do here is, we told them, let's not follow the rules. Look at you guys. Look at your youngsters. You are going to be the next designers here. You want to start to look at away from the rules. Don't look at the rules. Look at it in another side. Don't follow the rules as such. So that became the first kind of the pointer which was given to them, saying, let's not follow the rules. Let's do something different. It's like you make your own rule book in design. I mean, you do follow the anthropometrics, you do follow the basic height specifications, the volume to scale relations. Yes, you do that, but definitely you cannot change that. But let's look at doing the design in a different set of rules than what is being done. So you start to challenge yourself. So we told the students, this is what is given. Let's see you come out with a set of given rules to your own design program. So that was the first thing which we told them. The second pointer, which was a very nice one, is said we told them, look at Da Vinci. We all know. So we just put this pointer to them, saying, all know who Leonardo da Vinci is. So yeah, each one said he's a painter, one said he's a scientist, one said he's an architect, one said he has different facets as a person. So I said, look at that. Look at Vinci. So he's one, but he's got different aspects. Different. He has learned to do different things. So start to explore. Don't get stuck to one system of design. Don't say, I am going to follow this and this is it. Look at different things. You can be an architect, you can be an interior designer, you can be an artist, you can be a cook. What happens is you're creating all the time in different fields. You can even be, start making something with planters. I mean, it's left to you. So start to hunt inside you for different facets of yourself. It's just that we get so molded into being one person, molded into one job, molded into one thought process. So the whole concept idea is to look at Da Vinci as a pointer for the students, is to look at yourself as an individual person as in different elements of you. Don't look at one element of you. So that's something which we are definitely pushing, prodding the students to do. We are telling them to refer or look at people like Da Vinci's and get some kind of inspiration from them and look at what you can do. You can even be a musician. that again will reflect in your design. So when you start going out of the sphere and get back, you will definitely would have learned something from doing something else and then put it in your design. So that's the whole point 2, which we have, sort of put it into the system to teach the students. So even the professors are taught to do that. Look at doing something else. So you also refresh yourself. Just not come into the class as one, the straightforward, okay, let's do today's class with this kind of a thought process. Look at some other thought process to teach them. So this is being even given to even the professors as well as the students. The third pointer, which we went with them, is a very simple thing, is called curiosity, which is missing. I mean, we talked to a lot of students today in different fields, students in design schools, all types of design schools, interior design schools. I've spoken to a few product design school students, I've spoken to architectural design students. The factor of curiosity is missing. I don't know why it is missing, but it's missing in them. So the point we said is, let's push these guys to become a cat. So the curiosity kills the cat. The whole thing is from there. So let's make all these guys curious cats. Cats have 9 lives. So I said, you guys have got the 9 lives. Your designs have got more than 9 lives. Look at it like that. Don't get stuck with one design, one life and say this is it. Look at it in different ways. Be curious. Find out why this is there. When you become curious, when you start going for the quest of finding out what the answer is, when you will achieve something better. So we prod them, we push them, we tell them, why do you think this? For an example, if somebody is, let's say, is putting wallpaper on the wall, we ask them, why is the wallpaper just flat? Why don't you even look at something else? Why can't you even mix a wallpaper with fabric? Why? So the question of the why starts to push their brain, and then they come out with answers, and believe me, they come out with amazing answers. That's what a fresh mind is. It's just that it needs to be cooked. We have to push it in them to be curious, to be inquisitive, to tell them there's something beyond. It's like, so be curious, be a cat. Maybe it's something really amazing when you prod and push them, they come out with something really nice. So this point 3 is something which gels so well with point 2. If you actually relate it to point 1, when they break the rules and they say, okay, let's do something else, it actually links to the Da Vinci saying, let me be something else and then come back to that. So that's the link. And then point 3 becomes curious, because when they start going out, then they start learning new things, they start to find out new things. So it's like a chain, the 3 points. It molds them into something, makes them feel alive. So they, apart from being curious, they start getting inspired to do something. So the whole, when a person is inspired, he starts to do things better. So that the whole concept of curiosity is that to push them to the next step. The point 4 is very, very, it's like a chain. Like we start point 1, point 2, point 3. The point 4 is almost like a culmination of point 3 and 2 and 1. Where by doing this point 3 points, they end up the pointers, they then become the inventor. So we tell them, you are the inventor, you are inventing a design, you are inventing a furniture, so what happens is the word, the inventor, you're a creator. So from designer, they push up the ladder and then you call them inventors. So they feel, it's actually a feel-good factor. They start to invent. They know that they're doing something creative. They start to feel proud of what they're doing. So then they realize as an inventor, there is some responsibility to it. So they find out all these type of, how it applies the product. It's a product which people are going to live, use, touch. So they're inventing something. Okay, that's the difference of a designer. So that's also bred into them. Instead of saying, you're just making some kind of a piece which is visual. But here, you as a designer are going to make people live, feel, touch your space, breathe your space. So you're inventing something. The interior of a space is invented by that student. So what happens is he starts to look at it, so push them to look at the technical aspects of it, push them to see the aesthetical aspects of it. So what happens is he becomes that much more creative. So these 3 pointers culminate in the 4th, and these 4 put together becomes what we at BSD I've started to look at teaching to the design students and the main design topic. So each one gets a design topic in each semester, which is definitely not being done in different schools. So we have a design topic given to all semesters across. Either they design a restaurant in different locations. It's not again one. It's it's split into 2-3 different types of locations. One is in a hilltop, one is in the ocean. So what happens? They all start to relate and create and do things different. It's fun. So then other ones they are designing a lobby space. One is designing. The other semester is doing an office interior space. It's all different. So designs which is being spoken to across all different semesters here. So they all start to invent. They become curious. They hunt for their own rules. So that's how we teach design at Bangalore School of Design, which is actually we have seen the changes. Very minimum. Maybe there are ones who are doing good, but definitely we are seeing the changes compared it to some other schools where it is quite monotonous in the way they do these things. So we definitely do that. And we are also proud to say, very proud and very clear to say, this is the only school, Bangalore School of Design, which has an interior design. It's the only interior design college which has got dedicated 3 floors for interior design alone. So we don't have any other different streams like fashion and other animation put into our school. It's a pure, very clear interior design school. We are starting the next course called, which is more or less related to interior architecture, called spatial design. So that's coming up. So it's all the streams of design in a box, dedicated in all this, different floors of interior design. So by focusing on these elements, by focusing on design as a main core topic for through the semesters, we are very optimistic that each student then relentlessly starts to become an inventor. Finally, that's our end goal. I mean, so who the student is, his communication skills improve over a period of time, but each student has got it in him. So we try to push relentlessly to the student to make sure that he starts to become an inventor and then become the designer. So that's what we do.